Good evening everybody, John Pal Martin the Metalhead here. I hope you're all going well. Now today, I want to do a top 10 thing, and it's a list. And it's a list of 10 reasons why I left Australia. I was born in Australia in the middle of the 1980s to a British father and a New Zealand mother. So therefore, I was granted Australian citizenship at the time of my birth. But I was also granted British citizenship in the same time of my birth. So the first reason was issues with Australian border force. Okay, these all happened before a time when the Australian border force was known as Australian Customs and Border Protection, alright? I had issues with them coming back to America when my luggage went missing in America, so I came back to Australia, so I'm walking around and they start questioning me, asking me about my life and stuff. And then they started going through my bags and they said, oh, you didn't declare your medication. So I filed a complaint to Australian Customs and Border Protection, and I said, don't you ever question me, a good Australian citizen who doesn't take drugs. I suffer from anxiety and it's none of your business to insult the mentally ill. So they all wrote back to me saying, oh, we have to question people, da-da-da-da. And so I said, you know what, I hate Australia, I hate the whole country of it. So I said, I'm going to become a British citizen, I'm going to leave. And they thought, well, yeah, it would be such a bad asset to lose you, Martin. So, out of the respect to my ancestral homeland, the United Kingdom, I became a British citizen in 2011. I have not entered a country on an Australian passport since I went to Iran in 2012. And one time I actually wiped my anus. I wiped my backside with an Australian passport because in 2015, the Australian Customs and Border Protection questioned me just for leaving Cairns Airport, taking a 2-day trip to Papua New Guinea. So therefore I complained to Australian Customs and Border Protection. I told them that I hate Australia and I don't like the country, I'm sick of it, and I can't wait to immigrate to the United Kingdom. So therefore, I am disgusted that I carry the second most expensive passport in the world, and I will not be using it to enter any other nation in the world. Number 2. I was tired of European migration to Oz. Okay, I took a job one day in 2010, and it was full of English backpackers, and they wanted me to work in a call center. A call center to ring up people, bother them with United Nations, UNICEF crap, asking for money. And as somebody who was born in Australia, I really disliked foreign people telling me how to do my job. Even though I believe that the Aboriginal people should be pushing me around and not British people. So I basically told all these people, the backpackers, I said, you're British, you should all go back to the United Kingdom and deal with your own country's problems, and if you can't deal with that, go to another European Union country and go set up your life there. This is years before Brexit. Number 3, so expensive to travel anywhere. I paid 550 Australian dollars to take a flight to Papua New Guinea for 2 days. It cost me like 300 Australian dollars to fly to Timor-Leste. It was always cheaper to fly on AirAsia to Malaysia than I did every now and then, but let's just say you live in Australia and you want to go to Central America, but you're not eligible to go through the United States. You have to have a visa. So the only way you're going to get to Central America without a transit in the United States is if you had to go to China or Japan and get a flight to Mexico. Number 4, no motivation to travel to other states. I travelled to New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, the Australian Capital Territory and Northern Territory. I never went to Western Australia, never went to South Australia, never went to Tasmania, and nothing ever inspired me to want to go to these states. I mean, sure, I could have gone to Perth to visit Bon Scott's grave, but, I'm not a fan of AC/DC, and in this current day and age, pandemic or not pandemic, I will not go back to Australia just to visit Bon Scott's grave. Okay, number 5, medicines became expensive. When I was 18 years old, they gave me a discount card so I could have cheap medication because of my needs. But then I got a full-time job, my medication became really expensive, 33 Australian dollars a prescription. I emigrate to the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and my medications are given for free. They've been given for free since January 2017. That's when I registered for a GP in the United Kingdom. And I will always take my hat off to the NHS. I will never ever want to go back to a country that charges me a lot of money just for medication. Number 6, currency exchange. In this day and age, 1 Australian dollar buys like 67 US cents. Many years ago, it used to trade dollar for dollar. I can't stand using the Australian dollar to travel the world. You can't travel the world as Australian with Aussie dollars. You need to have either pounds sterling, euros, or US dollars. If you live in the United Kingdom, it's always going to be £1 sterling by like 120-ish US dollars. So, or £1 sterling should buy you at least 1.8 euros. So that's why I prefer to use pounds sterling to travel the world. Okay, number 7, Aboriginal rights. I always believe that Australia should have been properly decolonised like all of the other countries in Africa and the Caribbean. You know, decolonisation means the native people take the power, they take control of the country, and the white person can literally just go back to Europe, go back to its ancestral homeland, and like leave the natives to their own thing. And people can say, oh, so do you think all the people in Asia or South America or all the other countries come to Australia should just go back to their own country and leave Australia to the Aboriginals? I'm like, yes. That's just my Marxist views. See, I left Australia because I'm not Aboriginal. My parents are not Australian. They are immigrants. So, if you wanted to have a respect for Aboriginal people, and you were born Australian and you don't like it, and you are of European blood, just go back to Europe. Number 8, hardly any cult bands visited. Okay, I remember seeing Dark Angel in 2018 in Glasgow, and I told myself, man, I am such a lucky person to be seeing Dark Angel here. Or a couple of years prior to that, I got to see King Diamond concert, and I thought, I am a lucky person to see King Diamond. Most of my friends in Australia are spewing that I'm seeing King Diamond. You see, most Australian metalheads would travel abroad to Europe or the United States to attend European or American heavy metal festivals. And they did that because these type of people wanted to spend money to see their favorite bands. Because their favorite bands would probably never, ever in 25 years would come to Australia. I mean, look at Scorpions. Scorpions are one of the best-selling German rock bands of all time, but it took them until 2016 to come to Australia, and they've came to Australia 2 more times since then. Unfortunately, I had to travel to France in 2011 to see the Scorpions. Number 9, 0-hour contracts. I got really sick and tired of working 0-hour contracts in my last 3 years in Australia. Like, really good amount of money to work casual jobs seriously rather than full-time jobs, but no guaranteed hours. I remember going a whole month without doing any work for this Catholic Function Centre. I just remember all 28 hours of my work was cancelled in one moment, just like some dumbass person at Pinnacle People. And so I despise 0-hour contracts. I'll never ever in my entire life do a 0-hour contract ever again. I'd be like, you either hire me full-time or part-time or no time, and that's about it. Okay, and number 10, I left Australia to reclaim my ancestry. I had the right since 1985 to come back to the United Kingdom and live any part of my life in Britain, and this is what I've been doing since 2015. There are a lot of dipshit British people who do not like me being in the country, who judge me, who criticize me, who poke the stick at me just because I was not born in the United Kingdom. Okay, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who were not born in the United Kingdom, but were born abroad to British parents, and they have the right to be in London or anywhere within the United Kingdom of Great Britain or Northern Ireland. So, if you are turning me down for a simple job, or because I wasn't born in the United Kingdom, but I can show you proof that I have citizenship, I don't think your business is going to be strong with or without me. It's considered xenophobia to ask people why they immigrated to the United Kingdom in a job interview. Anyway, this is Martin the Metalhead. I'm over and out.